You have the Razer Viper V3 Pro, so do I. Let's walk through it and let's get you set up how you need to set it up. So on the first thing we got, the most important tab, we got the performance tab. They have something called polling rate. Polling rate is how fast the information is being sent from when you move this little cursor right here to your PC. You can start off with the 8,000. 8,000, wow. Most people play on like 1,000 or 500. Most people play 1,000 now. Let's say you go to 8,000. If you're moving around in your game and you see it's chopping, your frames are dropping very low, you can't really do much, drop it down. Sadly, your CPU cannot handle it, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is what it is. If your CPU can't handle it, drop it down to 4,000. If you try out 4,000 for like a week, you're trying your flicks, you're tracking, and it feels nice, smooth, buttery, no problem chopping with your CPU, okay, switch to 1,000 or 2,000. If you see that you play identical from 1,000 to 4,000, just play on 1,000. It's not worth it because you're going to be using more battery life on your mouse, and you do not want to be charging the mouse frequently. That's really annoying, especially since you know you can't play when it's plugged in because all that tension from the cord, it's just no point in it. If you're playing the same from 1,000 hertz to 4,000 hertz, just play on 1,000. It is not necessary. Don't get fooled by the little placebo effect of like every time you change something, you start playing way better. It's just because you're getting more dopamine, you're more locked in. Every time you change a new setting, you just feel like you're more locked in. Then we got your DPI. A lot of people play on 800, 1600, 3200. They say 16 to 3200 is way better. It's more responsive because you're just getting the data sent faster or something. You get less delay. Me personally, I didn't feel it, and as well as every time I go on a higher DPI, it feels shaky whenever I'm trying to click new settings. So I keep it on the sweet spot for me, which is 800. I can actually click the settings. It feels nice and smooth, and to me, I don't know. I don't really see a less delay thing from 16, 3200, 800 DPI. I just keep it on 800. If you wanted to match a different mouse that you have, you can calibrate it here. Most of the time, you don't really need to do that. Come on. If you got a whole different mouse, what's the point of calibrating it to the other one? Just try out that new mouse. We got the low power mode. I put it at 20 because I don't want it to be dropping me down to 2,000 hertz when I play on 4,000 mid game when it's still got some juice to it. Come on. Let me use as much as I can. I have the sleep thing at 4 minutes because I don't want the mouse to stay on for too long because I feel like the Razer Viper V3 dies kind of quickly compared to like the super light. I feel like I can leave that one on for months and it doesn't die. This one dies very fast. And we got the calibration. You got new skates for it. So you got the thick glass ones. You're going to want to bring this towards a high because if the space between your mouse pad and the sensor is too long, it's not going to be able to sense every little input you're doing because it's just too much of a space. So you have that high so it doesn't have to be too close to the mouse pad for it to still register your sensor. If you have it on low, notice that if you lift your mouse off the mouse pad, it doesn't really register as much. You have to kind of press it down onto it. I just keep it at medium. I don't have that problem, but you can do what you do with that. Say you use something like Raw Excel. You can mess around with these settings. You won't even have to use that app. You can use it straight from your mouse. That's what this is for. I don't like doing it though because I don't really like mouse acceleration. I prefer just getting the muscle memory of what you need. And we got the rotation. For me, when it comes to like writing with a pencil, I kind of turn my wrist and my hand to write. So if you do the same thing with your mouse, you can actually fix that now, depending on like what angle you play at. I mean, that's pretty sick. So if you want to do that, there you go. It's for you. And then we got the customize. You know, you get to change the little buttons that you got around here, macros and stuff. I don't recommend doing them. Most games don't really like you using macros, but you can go through, click on it, you know, try to add different things onto it. We got the little color profiles. You can also make it so that the buttons are changing different things on your computer. I keep it on like this. You also have this DPI thing at the bottom, but I don't really see a point in like cycling between DPIs, so I just turned mine off just in case. You have your hypershift too, so that it's pretty much another mode. When you switch to the hypershift, you can make it so that this buttons have different features. So if you want it standard, it normally does a play on your YouTube, and this one does a volume up. Switch to hypershift, you can have it so that this is your building bind on Fortnite for your wall, and this one's for your stair. That's what that's for. So that's your V3 Pro. Now go out and practice. Start playing games. Give it a week or two and go crazy. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Put it in the comment section and I'll try to reply.